Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Crazy Train. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to tell you what's going to go on and what's been going on so that there's just no confusion. I was going to try and make this organized, but it's me. And quite frankly, everything has been a shit show. So we're just going to roll with that. What I am going to do today is I'm going to update you on a whole bunch of stuff simply because my life got completely out of control and I haven't had time to do any filming. So I'm going to try and catch you up to the best of my ability on where things are at for a bunch of different projects. And I will explain why things have been so completely chaotic in my world. But before I jump into all of that happy business, I am going to ask you to please do all of the things. If you are a returning Crazy Train fan, you know all of the things. Thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, comment, because you know I love those comments. I am behind on those. I do realize that. Share the video. Hey, whatever floats your boat. Go for it. So all of those wonderful things. Now, things have been crazy. I told you guys, the last videos you saw from me, you knew that I was going to be going to Las Vegas. I did do that. That was great. Got back. Didn't quite give myself enough downtime because we had a wedding here on our property. And as much fun as that is and as much as I love it, so this is the second wedding and the third reception. And I think the first groom's dinner that we've held on the property, but we've also done a couple of family reunions. We've done some Father's Day stuff. We do Christmas stuff around here. We do it all. I have the family property now. Well, no, I don't. That doesn't sound right. When my husband and I bought this property, we wanted to have a little bit of space. I also was hoping that because we do have a little bit of a bigger property, we have a couple of acres here, but we're still right in the city. We're in a suburb of the Twin Cities, but we're still close enough to the cities where I can still do all these things, where we can have people come out for this. We have room to park, all the fun stuff. So yes, another one of the nieces did get married out here and it was fabulous. It did rain a little bit. It's good luck. It's good luck. And the thing that destroyed me, unfortunately, was there was a lot of cleaning I had to do because this house is a little bit large, so it does take me some time. And then I did the wedding cakes, and hopefully I popped up a picture so you can see what I was working on. In addition to that, the day after the wedding, which I thought this was going to be a week earlier than it was, but it wasn't, we had a home opener football game party that we were going to, so I also made cupcakes for that. And then we took another trip up to Duluth because I had my arm worked on some more. It is still bandaged, so I'm not going to show you all of, I mean, it's just got the clear stuff over it, but it looks a little bit screwy. So it's also a little swollen still. So it's not quite finished. So I have one more trip, but that also then knocks me out of commission for a while. Okay, so that is my life. That is the crazy. Let's get into the things that you care about, the projects. Now I've sorted these by bag just to make my world a happy place. So first one we're going to talk about is Day of the Dead. This is the project that was created by Jen from Project Beauty and Kim from Teacher Loves Beauty. They put together 20 double prompts for this project and gave us the suggestions for the items. We are to pick 3 at a time because they're double prompts. That's 6 items, but we can't roll out until we finish both parts, A and B. Now this started November 2nd of 2022. It's going to end November 1st of 2023. For this, you will be getting a finale with any luck. I will be all put back together. So, you know, rolling style project monthly updates. Now, where I was with this is I had 4A and B. So 4A is orange. Okay. You know what? It's going to be a glasses day because I can't see crap. So 4A orange, I had this one. The Shiseido Urban Environment Sun Dual Care. Just a little sample one. And, yeah, it's fine. It's dandy. It's whatever. It's done. I'm happy about that. Then for 4B, it was sun, so a sunscreen item. I brought in the Shiseido Ultimate Sun. This is the Protector Lotion 50 plus SPF on this one. These are both nice. They're sunscreens. They're fine. I love my Supergoop, guys, so whatever. But that actually is a completed prompt for me, so that's a rollout. Now, then I have partial prompts left in. So for 19A, Spirits of the Children. This is something that occurs on November 1st at 12 a.m. It's when the spirits of the children are reunited with their families for 24 hours. So we were supposed to pick a product that reminds you of your childhood. For that, I brought in a set of 3 of these Creme Shop Smooth Strollin' Mickey Mouse masks because Mickey's my favorite. I have one left, you guys. Still haven't gotten this done. So this is not yet a completed prompt, but I'm getting there. All right, then for 17B, which I had left, icing. So this is a vanilla scented item. Where did it go? There it is. All right, for that, I brought in this Too Faced Hangover RX Pillow Balm. This is in Vanilla Kiss. This is a smaller size. Now, I have taken the stopper out, and I actually had to use my spatula to try and scrape everything I could off the bottom. I've got quite a bit left on the wand, and I can eke out some more. So I probably have about 2 more days of applications until this is going to be to the point where unless I stick my finger in the bottom, I could maybe do that. I will get this as clean as I can, but it's not quite done, and I am going to get every last bit out of there because I really enjoy it. So that's also not quite finished. But we are bringing one in, despite the fact that I am leaving. We're bringing in 14, and for 14A, it is Sugar Skull. So this is 3 sheet masks. Now, I have had this plan for a while, so despite not being done with Mickey Mouse, I'm bringing in Eeyore. So I have a set of 3 of these from the Creme Shop. They may be traveling with me, you guys. It just kind of is the way it is. So I have now 4 masks in this project that I have to have done by November 1st. We'll get there. All right, then the second part of that is clay skull. So a clay mask or any mask. Well, you know I don't do those things. So I decided I'm going to bring in one of these Baby Laneige lip sleeping masks. This is just their original lip sleeping mask. This one doesn't have a flavor on it. This one is brand new, unused, untouched. I did weigh it out. It's 10.6 grams. The goal obviously is to finish this by the time the finale rolls around. So I am bringing in that prompt for this project. That is what we've got going on for that one. Okay, so empties, still working, things to take care of. All right, let's move to the next bag. I know, this is a new one for me even. So next bag, we have got, oh, this is a good one. This is the Love My Makeup project. This is the one that I do with my girl Mandy from Mandy in Real Life, Mandy IRL. You know, everybody that I talk about in all of these projects is going to be linked down below. Because this one is a complete smorgasbord of everything I've got going on. I'm just going to link all of the creators and let you guys figure it out. I won't have all the usual stuff, but this video will be linked in every playlist for the projects that I'm including, just so you know. Okay, so Mandy's project started March 16th of 2022. It is a 3-item, 10-use. Each project, take it as long as you like. Thank goodness. Now, hashtag on this, hashtag on the last one was Day of the Dead PP. This one is hashtag Love My Makeup project. That word too, forgot about that. This does not have an end date. Anybody can join at any point. So we had, the way Mandy and I have been doing this, we do an eyes, a lips, and a face. So for eyes, I have the Urban Decay Eternals Cosmic Eternal Eyeliner. It was hard to say. I only had 1 use left on this for the month of August, and I actually used it twice because it's gorgeous and I love it. So this is actually a rollout for this project. And I don't know, I think this one might have to go back to Arizona, but I don't remember. All right, then I had brought in for my lips, my Sephora Gel Rouge Lip Liner. I had 2 uses July. I got one in August. This is an 05 Melancholy. All right, so that's carrying over with 3 uses. And then for face, I had brought in the Beauty by Pop Sugar Be Bright Shimmer Highlighter in Cool It Now. This is what the packaging looks like. And it does have a mirror. That's what the product looks like. So you've got a couple of highlighters in there. They both had the same beautiful floral print that I have kind of worn off a little bit of. Now, this had 2 uses. I managed to get 6 more uses. And the thing that shocked me is that the darker one is the one that I've been really gravitating towards. I did use the lighter one, but we're going to give you... So I've been using the darker one. I was thinking, oh, that's too dark. I'm not going to use that. Well, I lie because I did. Can you see? Okay, yeah, you can see the shine, and then you can see that goldish. And honestly, okay, you can't tell, but I'm wearing the gold today. Anyway, so what that means is that for this project, we created a new card because we have a new item we're bringing in. Good Lord, I'm a hot disaster. So I am bringing in, for the eyes project, the Sephora Retractable waterproof eyeliner in number 16 glitter green. This is an item that I have in both Arizona and Minnesota. You guys can't really see the glitter on my hand. There is little speckles of glitter in there. It never gets in my eyes. It doesn't bother me. So this is coming in. This is staying in because we have 7 uses left. And then I have 2 more uses on this, which I am hoping I will get done before I go to Arizona so that I am not traveling with this. So that means we should have a new one for next month too. But I'll update y'all. If I can remember, I'll take a picture. I'll figure that out later because I don't know where it goes. All right, so that is that one. Then, next, we actually, good Lord, have a project I created. This is same pan last year. So what I did is I came up with a bunch of prompts based on the calendar, essentially. And it's a free-for-all, guys. My thought was throw in your old stuff so that your new stuff doesn't become old stuff, because then you can put new stuff in projects. You have a place for this. That didn't work out. Some people are saying, oh, I got something that's new that's perfect for that prompt. Go for it. Monthly updates, bi-monthly updates on or around the 8th, whatever. Pick whatever you want. Do it however you want. Here's the situation. Now, I actually am doing fairly well on this project. Yay me. So I am going to go through what I've got going on, but I am not bringing anything in this month. I have 5 prompts left. This started January 8th of this year, will end December 8th of this year. So I still have time when I get down there to finish up those last few prompts. So that's what we're doing. All right, now let's talk about what we've got going on. For spring, it was a spring palette or any item you got in a previous spring. Okay. I don't know if you can even see where, okay, you can kind of see where my lines were. Now this has so much of the rose petal in it that it gets to the point where you don't get a lot of product. So this little bit here is what is left for product for this item, which means this will be done before I go. But I'll let you know about that. Then we had 4th of July, something from an indie brand. I grabbed Notoriously Morbid's Dream. This is a single eyeshadow. It is like kind of a magenta, purple, blue, green. It's got it all going on, and it's stunning. Are you getting, okay, you're getting the flips as I move my finger, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know what you'll get on my hand as I move around. I do have a little bit of this in the outer corner just to darken up today. Just because I needed something that had a greenish that would darken that corner up. So I have used this 3 times. I love this, and I always try and use this as a feature, and I thought, well, that's really stupid because it kind of goes with what I was doing, so for the first time, I just used it as an outer corner. All right, then, sparklers, a sparkly or sparkling item. I brought in, from Cleona, this is the part of the Dragon Fruit collection with Emily Violet Marie. This is their fruit lighter. This one is in Tropico, and I brought this in for 10 uses. It is a pinkish gold highlighter. Okay, with a mirror that's hitting the lights. There you're seeing the shifts. All right, so I did bring this in for 10 uses. I gotta tell you, I love it. And now I know that some of the girls say this is just a little too much for a highlighter, and they like it as an inner corner, which I have used it as that, or they like it as a topper. I actually love that blinding let's land planes with my cheekbones, so I have done it in multiple ways. I have hit my 10 uses. That is a completed prompt. Then I also had in for Dog Days of Summer, which occurs July 3rd through August 11th, something hot and or sultry. So I brought in Lover, which is a Notoriously Morbid single, and it is kind of crumbly, so we baby this a little bit, which is why it's not in the bag. Well, one of the reasons it's not in the bag, I'm not going to throw a single in a bag. It is a lovely purplish, lavenderish, sparkly, gorgeous. It is just purty. So we had that in for 5 uses. That has been completed. That is a rollout. All right, then for Sweetest Day, October 21st, a sweet item or something from your sweetie. So for that, I brought in the turn it the right way, dummy. The Bath and Body Works. This is the Gingham Vibrant Shower Gel. This is something my husband bought me because he liked the smell of it. He actually went into Bath and Body Works and bought this. So it started way up at the top. I have used it a few times. We do have a new line on it. The goal with this was just to use it until I leave. So I will keep using that. I'm not trying to finish that before I go, and I'm not carrying that with me. Then birthday. An item you got for your birthday, including something you bought yourself, something from Ulta, something from Sephora, something from a friend. However, with this, I picked this palette. This is the Pink Crush Cosmetic Fairy Tales palette. This is something I bought for myself because I like Pink Crush Cosmetics. All right, big mirror. And those are the colors. And you're getting a pretty good reflection of what the colors are here, even with all of my wonky lighting issues. Now with this, I wanted to do 3 looks. I got 3 looks. So let's see if I can get this done. All right. We did novella with, oh my God, I can't see. Is that Bookworm or Storyteller? No, that's Storyteller. Where's Bookworm? That's Bookworm. Bookworm, Storyteller. Okay. And then Dreamy, this shade up here was the first look. That was August 2nd. August 5th, we did, oh my goodness, we did, why can I not see even with glasses on? We started with Mythical as the base on that one. Then we went into Fantasy. Fable is a dark purple. It looks kind of blue here, but it is actually a very deep purple. And then we did a little bit of Love Story in that one. That was from August 5th. Then from September 7th, we did Novella, Bookworm, and Dreamy again. So I kind of jumped around, and I actually used colors that I don't normally use as often, which was a good way for me to use this palette, because for me to go for pinks and purples is pretty darn easy. I didn't really get into Fiery, and I could have thrown on some Legend, but I have enough colors going on today. So I did get 3 looks out of this palette. I did get to use some colors that I wouldn't normally. I'm very happy with that. That is a completed prompt. So this is going to roll back into the collection also. All right, special occasion, something you got for saving for a special occasion. Why are you saving it? What are you waiting for? Well, with this, I actually brought in the companion piece to the shower gel. Now, as you can see, I have not used a ton of this. Now, this did start way up at the top, and as you look at it, I've gotten a use on it, but I've been finishing up some other of my smaller leftover lotions, so I have not gotten as much use on that. Now, I didn't make a new mark, despite the fact that it's down a little bit. I mean, I can see that it's down a little bit. It's not settling, so I couldn't really make a mark. I would have to say I'm probably right at the edge of the bottle if I were to make a mark. That's also just going to stay in until I leave, and thankfully I'm finishing up a bunch of the other stuff. Now then, we have a collab, any item from a collaboration. So with this, I went with, this is a Copacetic Cosmetics palette. They did this with the creator Pan de Replay, and this is called Bookish Beauty. I love the artwork on this. Isn't it gorgeous? That is just a beautiful portrait. Anyway, my goal with this was to do this as no pan left behind, and I did that. All right, so for I actually wrote down what I did too, just to make it really nice. And so 8/11, I did the 3 pinky colors in the middle there. On 8/26, I did, this is kind of a purpley, but I did it with the blues. Well, you're getting the blue, and the way I'm seeing it is purpley with this one and this one. Can you see shifts on some of these? I don't know if you can or not. But anyway, and then today I'm actually wearing these 2. Now, this I went across the eyelid and then I tapped something else over the top of it. But this is what started my outer corner, and then this here is my inner corner, which I know you can't really see real well, but I know you're getting hints of it, and just a tiny hint of it in the brow bone area. So I have hit my goal on this. This is another one that is going to be rolling out of this project. I'm running out of room. I knew there was a flaw with this craziness. All right, then something I haven't started yet, but I had brought in for Halloween. I brought in the Notoriously Morbid Sleep Kills palette. This was from their Halloween advent calendar last year. These are the 5 colors in this palette. I brought it in to use each shade twice. I haven't gotten there. So that's staying in. I actually do have one for each place, so I'm not worried about that. That I will get finished. All right. So that, oh, this just, see, this is why these things have to go back in the bag, because otherwise I just run out of room up here. So we'll sort later and deal with all of that business later. All right. So let's go on to the next project. Next, we have got, whew, all right, we have got Happy Hour Project Pan. Now, I'm not doing as well as I would have hoped to with this. This was the project that was created by Deb and Danny. Deb is Deb B, Danny is Danny's Makeup. They did this with the hashtag Happy Hour PP. It started November 12th of 2022 and will run through November 12th of this year because that is National Happy Hour Day. They wanted us to do this with 5 prompts to start with because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And I did start there, but then I let the crazy train take over and things got out of control. So let's talk about what we got. All right, so for Sex on the Beach, dirty, dirty, something sex themed, I brought in the very shiny, jumbo size NARS Orgasm blush because, yeah, I'm the fool that needed to have a bigger one of these because the normal size wasn't quite enough. Yeah, dummy. All right, brought this in for 10 uses, got my 10 uses on this, so that is done. Then Keg was my next one, an item in bulky packaging or large quantity of product. I brought in the odd shaped, kind of puffy. It's not puffy feeling, but it's rounded. It's slightly domed. This is the Too Faced. This one is Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I brought this in for 10 uses. I did not give you a swatch of Orgasm. I think you guys have all seen it. That's the bronzer. It's the light one. Once again, it doesn't show up great on my hand, but you guys have all seen it. 10 uses. That one is complete. Now, then we've got a threefer. Yeah, I know. So, we have got Dive Bar, Hole in the Wall, a product from a smaller or lesser known brand. I brought in Alley Oop. Now this is the Stack the Odds. No, it isn't. Oh, shush it. It is the Stack the Odds stack in Sassy Pants. That's the color story. So for Dive Bar, I brought in the highlighter. My goal is to finish the highlighter. As you can see, I am really getting there. I don't know if I have a picture from before, but it was around the whole ring. I have used this since the last update 18 more times. It was 9 uses. I used it 9 times from the time I brought it in, plus my 18 brings me to, what, 27? So this one, I'm thinking I might actually be able to finish, and that would just make me very, very happy. Now, the next part of that is New Year's Eve. Ringing in the new year, so expose the ring on something. Pan or an item, and for that I wanted to bring in the blush because I've got a dip in there. You guys can see the dip, you can see that I use it, but this is the product that is going to take me forever to get to, and I'm going to show you why, because it's kind of bright pink on me, you guys. It is a formidable color, let's put it that way. I don't know why formidable. I do use it. I have to use it sparingly. So I can see where the rings are, but I haven't hit pan yet. I haven't hit the ring. I have used this an additional 16 times since the last update, bringing it to 22 in the project. All right. Then for last call, an item that's almost finished, I brought in the bronzer. The bronzer is gone. Never fear. Amy sent me hers. So I have another one of these stacks, but I finished it off, and that was the goal. I only had 3 more uses from the last update. It took me 11 uses to finish that off. I don't know. Deb and Danny, I think, did better with the blush than the highlighter. For me, it's the highlighter. The highlighter is my jam, you guys. I don't know if I can get it to show up, but it's a super subtle light pink. So for me, that's the perfect base. That's why I'm going through that part faster. But we did complete one, so that is at least one part of that out. Then I went bonkers, and I brought in, all right, Old Fashioned, an older item in your collection. Tipsy, a product you have a difficult time pronouncing. Bartender, product that you can rely on, the product that never stops. Then we have Pina Colada, the song Escape by Rupert Holmes, which I absolutely hate. And this is Getting Caught in the Rain, a product that wouldn't budge if you were caught in the rain. And that's not why, I don't remember why I brought it in. But anyway. Okay, and then Mai Tai, a beach or summer themed item. So that one. And then Peanuts, a product that is messy to use. Okay, all of those items are here in my Glam Light Wine palette. You've seen these before. We've gone through the colors. You know what we're doing. I've gotten 1 use on each of the shades for each of the prompts I just mentioned. I have 2 more to go on those. So that means the next set of things that I did was Champagne, a product you save for a special occasion. Martini, an item with odd-shaped packaging, which I didn't quite do it that way. Liquid courage, an item that intimidates you or you need liquid courage to wear. Karaoke night related to a song you would sing at karaoke night, which no, I would not do. And then ladies night, a product that takes your look from day to night. Well, I brought in shades from the Chocolate Martini palette by Glamlight also. Obviously, because Happy Hour Project, I got a martini palette. You know I'm putting it in. So you've seen these before, and I picked all of the orangey ones for some reason. I have gotten 2 uses on those, but I have none of the browns in this. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's where we're at. So that is everything updated for the Happy Hour project. I am not bringing anything else into this project right now. I'm going to try and finish up as much of that as I can because I would prefer not to be traveling with 8,000 pallets. Now, will that happen? Who knows? All right, next project. We are going to talk about Pan is the Word. Okay, this is a newer one. And this actually would update on the 16th. I don't know when you're going to see this video, but it's be pretty close. So instead of just filming multiple videos, I thought, nope, this is coming in too, because I know that I am also going to be running into problems going forward. My mother, who we finally moved, got organized, got her out of the house into the trailer, bought a new trailer down the road. Yes, there's a reason for it. Yes, it's logical, but that means I have 2 weeks to help my mother move from one place to another yet again. So I will not be getting to a lot of my filming. I'm going to get as much done as I can, but sorry guys. Okay, so Pan is the Word. This is the Grease themed project by Becky, and she did this in collab with Fantastic Ladies. Everything except Love My Makeup has been in collab with the Fantastic Ladies group. You know that's linked down there. So, this actually started June 16th, will run through December 16th of 2023. And that was because it was the movie release date in 1978. So there are 20 prompts. We set our own goals. We do monthly updates. All right, let's talk about what we got going on. So I have for T-Birds, a black item or black packaging, my jumbo size of the Lancome Genifique. This is the 1.69. This went from last month 137.3 to this month 131.0. It did not travel with me. It is not getting as much use as I would like, but that will go to Arizona to finish off. All right, you're the one that I want. A product you really want in your collection. I'm still babying this, you guys. It's got all the, can you see all the gold flakies in it? This is the Guerlain Abiel Royal Youth Watery Oil. I love this stuff. This is a 1/2 ounce bottle. It went from 60.7 to 58.4 right now. I tend to not shake it when I grab it so I don't have all the little gold flakes on my face, but all that stuff just feels good. Just enjoy it. Okay, then Hopelessly Devoted to You, an item you can't do without. If you saw my last haul, you know I will never be without this because I bought so much of it, I'm going to have it for the rest of my life. This is the Lancome toner, and it went from 41.9 grams to 30 grams even. I made a new mark on my tape. You can see how much we've used. All right. Summer Nights, an item best used in summer. Uh-oh. Hold, please. Okay, sorry about that. I brought in the Euphoric Sun cosmetic. I don't remember. Anyway, this is the song Summer palette. I believe it is Euphoric Sun is the name of the company. I brought this in for 3 uses on each of the shades. The shades, for the most part, are quite light and they're quite lovely. They're very subtle. This is more, well, this is an import. This is not a U.S. brand. It is not necessarily geared toward U.S. citizens or Canadian citizens. I mean, of course, they're welcome to. I'm stumbling. You get what I'm saying without me saying it, and that's basically what I was trying to do. So for today, I actually did use in this, oh, so interesting green look. I did use these two. I wanted to get those greens in, but I also used, a little bit of printing because I wanted a light top. And then I used, what did I use? Barley, I think? Barley or painting, I can't remember. These are all very light. They're all very subtle. They are very lovely. When I use this shade, it's actually what's in the crease. And then I do have a little something extra over that too. But it is light enough where it is not scary to do, well, transition, not crease, to do a color from this palette as a transition color. It'll give you a pop of color, but it's not going to be like too bold for anybody. So if you want more subtle, this is actually a really good palette. Now, I have not hit my 3 times on any of these, but I am at 2 on most of them. I've used everything once. I'm at 2 on over half of them. So we're getting there. All right. Which bag did I have in my... Okay, it must have been this bag. I don't remember. They all look alike. Yes, okay. All right, then, for pink ladies, a pink item or pink packaging, I brought in the Mary Kay Micellar Water. You can see I did not... I kind of fell down on the job on this one, but I did get to make a little bit of a mark. My last mark was a little bit wonky anyway, so I did use some more of it. This actually went from 90.5 grams to 84.4, so I didn't use a ton. But I did use some. My goal is to finish that. Then we have Sandy and Danny, a duo product. I brought in this Cover Effects. This is the monochromatic blush duo. This one is in Pink Dahlia. It has a mirror. That is what it looks like. I do have some of this on today. I have all kinds of good stuff on. I like these together. I just run the brush across it and blend them. But we have a matte and a shimmer. And that's what they look like. Now, like I said, I wear them together. But it's hard to tell, but I just tried to blend them. Anyway, I am at 4 out of 5 uses. Then we have got Beauty School Dropout, item you won't repurchase. The Ordinary Buffet. Now, here's where we're at, okay? I have made a huge jump because I have managed to finish off some other stuff. There is not a... you guys can't really see where the liquid hits when I do this. There's not a ton left in here because the glass bottom is a little bit thick. I want this done. As I'm using this on its own without some of the other things that I had been using, I'm finding that I'm really not all that fond of it anyway. I was just going to drop it because they had changed the formulation, but I will be happy to get rid of it. It went from 62.7 to 53.3 grams. That one's going to be gone soon. Yes. All right, then Pajama Party, an item you would use in the evening or overnight. I brought in this. This is a newer product. This is the Bath and Body Works Aromatherapy Sleep Essential Oil Mist in Lavender Vanilla. I never fixed that. It still says Lavender Chamomile. It's a 1 ounce spray, and it is a pillow mist, essentially, just a little spray. It's done. I finished it off. The more I used it, the more I actually did like it, because at first I wasn't real sure if I liked this scent. Something is different from the old pillow mist they used to do, but by the time I was done with it, I was actually pretty happy with it. So if you get coupons for one of those free items for less than $9 or whatever it is, these counted. Not a bad item. Kind of handy. All right, then Leo Crater Face, the leader of the Scorpions. So a face mask. Because I'm doing so well with those, I brought in the 3 Lancome Genifique face masks. Advanced Genifique Hydrogel Melting Mask. That's what they are. Okay, I haven't used them yet. And if you're counting from all of the craziness, that means I have 7 face masks that I have to use. All right, Hand Jive, a product for your hands. I brought in the Ahava Dead Sea Water Mineral Hand Cream. This was a 1.3 ounce. This stuff is really nice. It's nice and thick and protective, and I do enjoy it. Now, it went from 19 grams last month to 16 this month. I don't know if I've ever mentioned, one of the reasons that I put things in tubes or that I cut things is because I do have damage in my hands, and sometimes I just can't get things out. So, oh, well, that made a heck of a mess. It's all right. We'll use it. So a lot of it got smooshed up into the top, but I was down to some in the bottom, and it's not nearly as much left as it might look like at this point. And we'll just put that on, and I will clean this up later because I like this stuff and I tend to use it at night. But it is very good stuff. Yeah, it all went up into the top, so I'll fix that later. We won't throw that back in the bag. But that is into finish, so that is not quite there. Hopefully, well, I'm pretty sure the rate I'm going, that will be done before I leave. So you'll see that later with that. All right. Now, get everything back in the bag because we have more to do. Guys, more to do. I'm not putting the hand cream back in. I would prefer not to make any more of a mess. Now, let's talk about the next one we're doing. The next one we're doing is by My girl Sam. I love Sam. She's adorable. She is first time painter here on YouTube and on Instagram. And she has done the second round of That's So 2000s. Now, I don't have my notes handy, so forgive me because I don't remember the dates. But anyway, she added more prompts when she did the second round. I decided that I definitely wanted to be involved, so I never did a finale for the first one. I just kind of kept going. Let's talk about what we've got going on. Now, we have got in the project, my lip gloss is poppin'. Any lip gloss. I brought in this Glamlite Hershey's Kisses. Can you read the words on that? Okay, there we go. This is the milk chocolate with almonds. And now I brought this in for 20 applications. I am actually at 16. So we're getting there. It's not quite done, but we're getting there. Then VHS, something you have to wind up. Well, I had an old Mary Kay lipstick in my favorite color, Shell. And I was going to use it up because there was so little left in there. Okay, well, I guess we're going here. And, okay, it's really blotchy because it's just scratching me because I'm hitting the metal. I use this to the point where it scraped my lips. So this is a completed item. One more lipstick out of the collection, you guys. I actually finished a full lipstick. Aren't you proud of me? All right, then flip phone, anything in a compact. I brought in, no, not that, this one. I brought in this Lancome Star Bronzer Natural Glow. And I did realize that this is shade 01 Lumiere, and I didn't know it had a shade name. It is really trashed up. I brought it in for 10 uses. You could tell this is loved. It's dirty as crap. I like this bronzer. I hit my uses. I don't know how much is left in here, but it's got to be getting down there. I don't know if you can even, yeah, you can see it on my finger. Okay, I did that real nice and thick so you can see the bronzer. But it is not a bad shade for me. I just don't go heavy-handed with it or it gets too dark. So 10 uses completed that goal. That's a finished prompt. And then, oh, snap. Something that snaps closed. And this is a crazy train moment. That's why this product came in. This is the Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. And it's a baby little one. I just brought it in for 10 uses. You guys have all seen this. I love this stuff. I'm glad Smashbox still has these because, quite frankly, I think this is a great highlighter. And since the Tarte highlighter that I loved for a everyday normal person highlighter, not crazy train highlighter, is discontinued, I kind of like having that. That's a fairly similar option. But 10 uses got that done. You saw what it looked like on the arm. Oh, geez. Shiny, shiny. All right. My Super Sweet 16, something you got as a gift. Well, this is from Amy Melissa. All right. And you know, I'll throw her in too. I will try to remember to throw everything in the description box. It's going to be a bad description box. This is the MAC eyeshadow single in Ripened. And she sent me this when she sent me my birthday present. So this came in too. Now, I just wanted to play with this a little bit, and so I put it in for 5 uses, and I got to tell you, okay, look how nice and dark that gets. So the thing that I have found with this is if I use a really nice, super fluffy brush and go light-handed and don't do that, I can do it as a setting shade, or I can build it up and make it a really good color. So I can get a variation on this. And Jen corrected me because sometimes I say these things wrong when I talk about makeup. MAC tends to be a little bit more subtle. It's not bam in your face. They do build. They do give you payoff. They do give you color. They're very nice quality products. I do like MAC eyeshadows. But this one I found I could actually get it light enough, disperse it enough where it's a very, very pale pink, which blends in perfectly. I can deepen it up. I can do a transition. I can do a crease. I can do it out of corner. I can do all kinds of things with this. I flippin' love this color. I absolutely love this. So I got my 5 uses. I'm just going on and on about that. All right, then Pillow Pet, a versatile product. That would be this very old NARS Soft Touch Shadow Pencil in Hollywoodland, which is old enough that it's starting to come out of the pencil. And this, holy macaroni, right there. Can you see how nice and shiny that is? I don't even know if you can tell. But it's very nice and shiny. This does work as an eye base. I don't like it that way. It's a great inner corner. It is a fantastic inner corner. And it is also a good base inner corner if you want to put something else that you need to cling a little more. it works as a base really well that way, but it stands on its own, and it's good for brow bone, and you can even like just blend it a little bit. But I love having this, and I don't think it exists, which is a shame. But I got 5 more uses on it, so that is a completed prompt for this project. Then the dog Happy Meal toy. This is from a line that you collect or have many of. Well, for me, that, despite the fact that you see so much Notoriously Morbid from me, that actually is Saints, Angels, Sinners. I love Saints, Angels, Sinners products. So I brought in the SAS Cares. This was a fundraising palette, basically. Part of the proceeds of this went to a charity. So what I decided to do was bring this in with each shade twice. And these are the 4 shades. I have used each of them once so far. And I got to tell you, these are awesome. So we've got Moxie, Althea, Fiona, and Oma. And that, okay, this is not doing this justice. When I put this on my eyes, I did it kind of as a toppery thing. It is freaking gorgeous. All right, well, we're just going to shine up the whole arm because... All right, now, I don't know if you're getting the pink shifts on some of this. We've got a really pretty soft gold. We've got that gorgeous, and that's got some greenish in it, that gorgeous kind of bluish. And then this one, I'm seeing pink and lavender. I think you're seeing more white. But then this down here has got, this way, all of the goodies. And I don't know how much you're getting, but we've got purple, blue. It almost has like a blackened base, but there's so much sparkle in it. It's phenomenal. So if you haven't checked out Saints, Angels, Sinners, I can say that I am a fan and would recommend their products. All right, so that is everything for the That's So 2000s project. Now, despite the fact that I did get a lot of prompts completed to make my world a happy place, I am not bringing anything in for that either. Then, there's one more that I want to touch on because I just am not going to have time to film. And if you notice that I skipped Clue, I did. I got everything completed, but I didn't have time to get Stephanie a message and a response back from her and then do a video for it. So I think I'm going to let that kind of sit where I'm at right now. And then I will just update it next month because this is one, since we all have individual answers to the game, that we each have our own personalized one. It doesn't matter how many months it takes. It just means I'm going to be a little bit behind on that, but that's not a shocker. Okay, so then we're going to talk about the Cats and Dogs project. This is the other project that is by Danny and Deb in collab with Fantastic Ladies. They started this on National Make It Dogs Day, which was October 22nd. So October 22nd, 2022 to October 22nd, 2023, which means this ends next month. I'm never going to hit my goals. All right. The usual drill. You've seen these updates from me before. You guys should know what these are. If this is your first video, holy crap, go back and watch another one of my videos. They're not all this bad. So you knew that I brought in the Nomad palette, the Home for the Holidays palette with the cute little puppy paw prints and the gorgeous packaging and a great outer box with a little doggy face. I have not completed any more of the shades in this. So that's just where we are at with that. I do have every shade in the palette in the project. One way or another, I have completed a couple of them. I know the yellow is done. The yellow and the orange are the 2 that are finished. The rest I do not have my goals hit on. Ultimately, the goal was to get 101 uses out of this palette to make it tie in with Dalmatian. Yeah. All right. Then I brought in some more things. I'm not even going through all of the prompts. These guys did a fantastic job with this. They gave us 42 prompts. The first one is to talk about your own pets or pets that you've had in your life. And then the last one is helping Paws to do charity stuff. I am still giving to the Arizona Humane Society every month. I have not been able to get all of my other stuff updated. A couple things came up, including a $1,000 vet bill. So, I haven't made the donations that I wanted to make to, holy crap, I think it's the local Humane Society, ASPCA, PETA, there's some other things, but I've got a list of places that I'm holding on to from sending me different things that I want to send some money to. All right, so then I had brought in these 4 shades for other prompts. We have got these 2 for Maine Coon, because you guys have seen my Maine Coon cats, still at 2 uses. And then Labrador Golden Retriever. I had to hunt these down, so that's why I brought in McCready right there. I still am at one use. And then this one is for Pitbull, and this was actually named after a Pitbull. That's why I picked that shade. That's Mika. I still got 3 uses on that, and I now have a bunch of lethal all over my finger. So those have not gotten me anywhere. Now, what I have done is I think I still have a couple of these left in play. What happened to... I'm going to have to check because I could have sworn I used the black opium. Maybe I had it in last month's. But I did use up another one of these. This is the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. That is for the prompt Beagle, a scent house of scented items. I brought in 6 of the mini sample perfumes that I just wanted to use for this prompt. Because you know my girls are part Beagle. And they're still costing me a freaking fortune. So I'm working my way through some of my perfume collection in honor of them. And normally you see those guys as the thumbnail when I do my updates. Lost my mind. All right, so let's talk about some of the other things that I had in this project because I was trying to get more prompts worked into this. So we had Cat Tree, an item with asymmetrical packaging or stackable products. I brought in the Rose Ink Cream Blush in Delphine. Absolutely love it. Man, that's what it looks like. It is a gorgeous, peachy cream blush, which works well for my skin tone. It is not nearly as dark and intimidating as it looks in the pan. 5 uses. Hit my goal. Completed prompt. Then we have Shih Tzu Maltese, something small that has a big impact. So for this, I brought in the Tarte Seychelles bronzer. I knew I was running out of my Alley-Oop stack, and I thought, well, I'll try this because everyone loves this bronzer. So this isn't bad. It's a little bit warm, but it's not bad. I use it with a stipple brush. I use a very little amount of it to get the result I want. So, because otherwise it's too flippin' dark. That is just, that at full punch is too dark and too warm for me. With the stipple brush light-handed, it does work for me. I brought that in for 15 uses. I'm at 11 out of my 15, so we're getting there on that one. All right, then German Shepherd, a guard dog, a protector. So an item that protects your makeup, SPF primer, setting spray. I brought in the larger size of the Urban Decay All-Nighter. This is the 4-ounce bottle. It went from 130.2 grams last month to 113.1 this month. I'm working on a smaller size of this too because I'm nuts. So that's in there and we're working on it. All right, then Poodle, a product that makes you feel high maintenance. This is the bougie item in my collection. This is my Givenchy lipstick. Look at how pretty. Look at that flower. And honestly, I kind of wish I didn't have the second skin stuff on because you would be able to see my flowers better. This one's not completely done, but this is what we just added. So, as you can see, I happen to like my flowers. They are pretty. This is in Sparkling Peony, and hopefully the lights will catch. Yep, you can see all the sparkle, the little glitters on the outside of the lipstick. Now, I'd always said, I don't really think I get sparkles on my lips. I was wrong. I do get a little bit of glitter on my lips, but that's the color. It's a very pretty light pink. This is a very me color, too. And it was a splurge. It was a clearance half price thing, and I thought, I'm going to be bougie and buy it. So I bought myself this. I have used it 2 out of the 5 days of uses that I had intended to. All right, then Pomeranian always seemed to be smiling. So a lip product. With that, get this in here. I brought in the Essence. So I went from bougie to drugstore. This is the Essence Stay 8-Hour Lip Liner in 05 Mood. I brought this in for 5 days of usage. I have gotten 1. That's what the lip liner looks like. Whoa. All right. So that's staying in. Then we have got Ziggy. Dirty, dirty. So something with a sex theme. Now, I added my cat, Peanut, who my husband had always called Humpy. I explained that story. Go back and watch the other videos. So what I brought in with this is I brought in this old NARS palette, and I brought in the Orgasm blush in this one because I had finished the other one for 10 uses. And then for Peanut, because she was actually kind of a tortoiseshell, I brought this one in. I know it's kind of a weird way to do it, but I brought in, that's at the Laguna. This is, what is this thing called? The Happening. Yeah, it doesn't actually say that that's the Orgasm in the Laguna, but those were the standard colors. That's what those shades are. I brought those in for 10 uses each. On the blush, I've gotten 5, and on the bronzer, I've gotten 8. So we'll get in there. All right, then Border Collie. They are very, very intelligent, and so this is something that doesn't require any skill to use. For that, I brought in the Essence Extreme Lasting 16-Hour Waterproof Eyeliner in 02, but first espresso. You've seen me use this in numerous projects since I started my channel. This is your basic brown. This is the we don't have to think. It's a brown eyeliner, guys. Doesn't require a lot of skill to slap that under your lower lashes. I brought it in for 5 uses. I have done that. Then, Service Emotional Support Animal, which is what my girls are, by the way. They are, well, no, they're not. They're companion animals, technically. But still, same kind of idea. So Loyal, a product that never lets you down. For that, gray eyeliner. I brought in the NYX Epic Wear Eyeliner in Gunmetal Gaze. I'm telling you, if you are not a fan of black because it's too harsh, find yourself a good gray eyeliner. And this NYX one is nice. I mean, good price, good color. See, it's not as harsh as a black. That gray softens it up. And this is one of those that I will always have a gray of some kind in my collection. Brought it in for 5 days of use, and I got that. All right, then for Ball Twice, something that rolls away, lippy mascara liner, anything like that. For that, I brought in the Sephora retractable, oh, what are these called? Waterproof eyeliner in number 28. This is matte cobalt, and this is Stop jonesing over Kim's eyeliner from Teacher Loves Beauty because I loved the one she had. It's like I have something almost the same in my collection. Use it. So I brought this in for 5 uses. Oh, that's a crappy swatch. I didn't exactly pick the best place to do it. But look at that blue. It is just amazing. So look at the one on the top and then look at this one. There's that one. There's that one. This was the Urban Decay one on top. And they are different. And you can see the difference when they're on me. So, yes, I do need to have every variation of blue eyeliner ever made. 3 out of the 5 uses, that one's staying in the project. All right. Then, the one thing that one of the other things you may or may not have noticed that I have not done, and I hadn't done it for a reason, and I'm going to try and fix that now because I needed to have a bunch of stuff together here. None of that made any sense. Do you even know what I'm talking about? Of course you don't, because I didn't actually explain it. All right. The other project that I skipped this month is the Eyes Project, which was created by the lovely Deb B. And what this is an amalgamation of all kinds of stuff. Every eyeshadow type of project she could find. So what she has us doing is basically, wait, there it is. She has us just, whatever eyeshadows we're using. And I was trying to do things that weren't necessarily in projects, although some of these things were. We're supposed to just keep track of it and then go through at the end of the month and give her a peek and a pit. That's all. I know that I have linked Deb's introduction video where she explains every project she has gotten these things from in the past. So if you don't know where all of these different ideas came from that she kind of put together to make this, go check out her channel. Now, it's been a while, all right? So bear with me. One of the things that you may or may not have seen is I had this in a project. This is the BH Cosmetics Venom palette. And I had a couple shades in here that I hadn't used in one of my Day of the Dead looks, and so that is what I had brought in. And I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, it was Deadly Bite and Under the Skin. Now, I'm running out of room, so we're going to... Yeah, I know. This is going to be hard with the tattoo, but we'll get there. So one is a very bright silver. The other is a frosted white. Frosted white is not, it's kind of like frosted blue. Not the best thing in the world for me. But anyway, so I used that. Now, because I was gone, there were some things that I used. I actually did bring the Icy palette, and I did use a couple of shades out of this. I used this shade here called Frost, and this shade here called Ivy. Now those are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And that's what those two look like. Very different shades, guys, very different shades. But that's a Glam Light palette, so you know the quality on that is excellent. All right, so I had that with me on my Vegas trip, used those. This is going to go back into my collection. Then there were a few things. Now, here's the situation with this. A couple of these are in projects. A couple of these aren't. One of these is even brand new. I forgot to bring my ColourPop one in here. But I had brought in this old Laura Geller Saturday Style Face, Eye, and Cheek palette. Ignore the mirror. That's what it looks like. I had just brought this in to use X number of uses. So that's any pan I used was a use. Now I went, oh shoot, wrong hand. I shouldn't do that. I went crazy with this shade here, Pure Linen, because it was the perfect setting shade. Then I've got City Shadow, which is that tan one on top. La 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 Lavender, which also works as a setting shade for me because it's very subtle. And then Stormy Skies, which is a seriously deep blue. This is not a new palette. This has been around for a while. It's older in my collection. You can't see that. That's the color of my skin. So that that blue, can you see all the color? I mean, a couple of them, that La 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 Lavender just gives a super, super, super subtle lavender tint. It's almost a pink tint. That is a great everyday wearable, subtle transition shade right there. The first one's a setting shade and you can't see it, but that sucker, holy deepness. And I thought maybe that would have like played down over time, and it kind of didn't. It kind of took me by surprise. So I did use all of those shades. And then this is in my Throwback 30. This isn't a spoiler. I haven't hit pan or done anything crazy. But this is one of the little Lancome that you get as a, you get it as a gift, essentially. This is one of their color design palettes. This one is in Parisian style. And I brought this with because I thought this would be kind of a nice everyday. Well, obviously this is a setting shade for me, you guys. There's a little bit of sparkle to it, but not much. And then we've got a really, really subtle pink. We've got a mauve in the middle. Now this is a goldish color. And then this is a brown. So I didn't do the setting shade, obviously. I started with the pink and then this taupey. That's the color taupey. And then the kind of gold, kind of a little bit of a rose gold, I guess. And then the brown. Nice to have a good brown for deepening too, so that you're not using blacks all the time. That's a very dark brown. Should do these things right side up. So those are 4 of the 5 shades. I did use all 5 of those. I like those little palettes. They're really nice. They're easy to travel with. You have to use small brushes. That is just the only way you're going to get anywhere with that. Then I also had this with me because I was using the brush, the brush and the bronzer, blush and the bronzer. So I also then used the 4 eyeshadows. So we got a setting shade. There's a little bit of sparkle in this, but it almost comes out as more of a satin. This is old stuff, so this isn't anything super punchy. But so I just did the 3, and you can see there's still some color here. This is not, oh crap, I'm running out of hand. So this one I'm doing upside down a little bit. So those are the 3. And those are really nice. They look good on the eyes. They're not at all in your face, but they're very good, solid players. And like I said, there's some sparkle to this one. There's a little bit of glitter in it that I don't think you guys are going to see. How many ways can I turn my hand? But it's enough to just give a hint of a glimmer without looking like a sparkly eyeshadow. So there's that. And then I bought something, which you're going to see in my empties low buy haul update, whatever. This is a Bobbi Brown Luxe Eyeshadow Multichrome. I picked up the shade Incandescent. And let me tell you, this sucker was a savior. I wasn't even sure about this when I looked at it in the store. I'm like, what on earth am I thinking? Do I really want that? Well, let me tell you. Okay, we're going on back to the other arm. I don't know. Can you see that? It's wet looking. It is, good Lord, the most fabulous topper to every look that I had, especially all of the like neutrally looks. putting this over it, there is gold to it, but it's a pink and, excuse me, a pink and a gold shift, and it just tapped, elevates every look that I had. So obviously that's my peak. I am so glad I bought this, and it was a weird, I don't even know why I'm buying this when I bought it. I swatched it, I liked it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty, whatever, but I don't need it. But something made me put it in my basket. Thank heavens I did. This I love. I freaking love. Okay, so then I gotta have a pit. So the pit that I'm gonna go with is what am I gonna go with? Wow. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm gonna go with. I don't have a pit. Crap. I don't have a pit. Yeah, I got nothing. I was thinking I would pick the silver because it's, I mean, that's a pretty hardcore silver. I guess that's as close as I can get to a pit, you guys. I don't have a pit. Sorry. All right. That is every single thing that I wanted to update you guys on. This video was going to be so long. I'm so sorry. But I am not letting you get away without a music moment because I wouldn't be me if I did that. So let's talk about the song that I picked for this completely crazy mashup of like every project that I had going on. And this is the song that every time I thought about filming, this song popped into my head. So that's why you're getting it. The song that I am giving you is the song by the band The Outsiders, released in 1965. It is the song called Time Won't Let Me. Yes, that is exactly what I picked. Now, if we're going to talk about this song has nothing to do with, I mean, it does have to do with time, but it's basically a relationship song. Like, I can't wait around for you forever. Time won't let me. It's more of a love interest type of lyric. But the whole idea of time won't let me, because of how crazy my world has been in the past few weeks and is going to be for the next few weeks, like I said, it just kind of started playing in my head every time. All right. Like I said, this song is from the band The Outsiders. The band The Outsiders started out as the Starfires. So they actually were around before the Outsiders were. And that actually kind of gave them an advantage. So the Outsiders were together technically from 1965 to 1970. The Starfires actually were around in like 58. So they were like a rhythm and soul type of band, I guess you could say. They actually had a teenage frontman at that point. There were people that were in the band and then were out of the band and then came back to the band. People went in the service, people got married, people went to college. There was all kinds of stuff going on. So from the time that the band originally started as the Starfires until they did break up in 1970, they had multiple members. There were all kinds of different incarnations of the band itself. And like I said, people came and went. People like left and then came back, which is really cool that they were brought back for some things. Now, a lot of people think that this song is a one-hit wonder. That is not true. They actually did have a lot of other songs that made the charts, not always in the top 100, but there were several that did. So this band is not a one-hit wonder band. Time Won't Let Me is their highest rated song, hitting like numbers 5 and 6 in the US on the Billboard and the Cashbox or Billboard Hot 100, I don't, but they basically were charting with that song in multiple places. Now, the thing that made these guys different for the time is the fact that they were working with horns and with strings. So that's kind of a big deal, and it did set their sound apart a little bit. This band still, this song, Time Won't Let Me, still gets played all the time on all these stations, and that's the reason people think it's a one-hit wonder. It was not. But one of the things that I thought was interesting, so for the band that was together 5 years, they had a bunch of singles, but they had 3 studio albums. They were actually working on a 4th, and I don't know exactly what happened, but they kind of scrapped it in the middle. And instead, then they released like a live album. And that went really well. Now, they've reissued a lot of this stuff, too, because this stuff has been around for so long. A lot of it has been reissued. Several members of the band, just due to the fact that these guys were around so long ago, have passed away, unfortunately. But the song itself, holy crap, I don't even know if I can tell you who all has covered the song. It has been around for, yeah, I don't even think it gives me it doesn't even tell me who all has covered it. But I'm pretty sure there's a Smithereens cover of it. I'll see if I can find a couple of others. I'm going to link this song by the Outsiders, whatever version I can find of it, down in the description box for you. And if I can find a couple other ones, because I know I have a couple other people. I want to say the Plimsolls may have done it too. I will link a couple of other oddball kind of standout versions that I know of as I come across them. I'll throw them in the description box for you. But before you discredit this band, so if you guys have a favorite Outsider song other than Time Won't Let Me, throw it in the comment section for me. But I want you to think about this band in the same way that you're going to be thinking of. Now, these are some people they have toured with. Paul Revere and the Raiders, who I actually got to meet. That was pretty cool. Chad and Jeremy, Gene Pitney, a band called The Seeds, which I do not know much about, but they were part of a garage rock tour. And that tour also included Shadows of the Night, the song Gloria, the version of Gloria that I absolutely love the most. I think if I haven't talked about them, you're probably going to hear me talk about them because that was going to be a music moment at some point also. So they also did make a national appearance on the Hullabaloo TV show. These guys were not a flash in the pan. They were really, really good. Check out some stuff by them if you haven't already. And keep your fingers crossed that I'll get some more filming done so I don't completely run out of time. But I know I am pressed for time, so you might get another one of these compilation videos from me also later this month. Thank you for spending all of this time with me. We're at an hour and 5 minutes, so I am going to shut the crap up and let you good people go. Thank you for spending your time with the Crazy Train. I truly appreciate it. Until next time, everybody. See ya. Bye.